Y'all, it is about time that I do my hair. What in the world is this? But because my finger, I cut it, if you're not aware, I wasn't allowed to get my left hand wet. Showering was like such a hard thing to do. I had to shower with my hand like this so I don't get it wet for like a whole week and a half. And when it started healing, it was even harder to not get it wet because I'm starting to get back into my regular routine or whatever. I didn't realize how much water I use throughout my day, like washing dishes, cleaning. But it's completely healed now, so it's time to actually get my hair done because I can't keep going around looking like this. This is a mess. I want to know, what are you guys' go-to lock hairstyles? Mine is just a two-strand twist. It's just a classic. It's beautiful, and when you take it out, your hair is all curly, which I love. But let me know what yours is in the comments if it's different. My hair is so long. I'm gonna put something on and do a time lapse of this. Alright, y'all, so I'm all done. Only took about 15 minutes. But you see what I mean? My hair is curly now. I love the stage. Guys, it's officially detox day. It seems like lately, every time I have to do my hair, I have something to do. So I wasn't able to really detox my hair for maybe a whole week. I had my friend's graduation party to go to. So that's why the front of my hair is retwisted, because I did a quick bun, just retwisted the front and then did a bun. But now I'm about to detox it. And yeah, I'm going to show you the process for that. Then we're going to do my hair. Let's get right to it. So for the detox, this is the products that I'm using. We got apple cider vinegar, baking powder. Is gonna help my hair get fizzy and really get into the roots and the deep parts of my locks to really get all the dirt out. And then shampoo, because I gotta wash my hair after, and conditioner, and of course my little scalp massaging brush. All right, guys, my hair is completely washed now. You can see it is fresh. It feels amazing. It feels so nice and refreshing. It smells even better. I love me a good wash day where everything just gets cleaned out and there's no more dirt in my hair. And that detox was much needed. So now I'm about to do my hair and answer some questions that you guys have had for me. It's about my log journey. So today I'm doing a simple 2-strand retwist just because I don't really have the energy to do much. I am gonna part it into 2 sections and start doing the front of each side, then get to the back. And if you see me looking over here, it's because my mirror's right there for me to look and see everything that I'm doing. So first question, what inspired you to start your lock journey? I started my lock journey because I had a really bad relationship with my hair, meaning that I didn't know how to do anything when it came to my hair. I had a regular routine of just getting other people to do my hair where it was like just constant protective styles. I didn't know what products to use. All I knew was that, you know, I had to wash it at least once a month and condition it, and that was as far far as my knowledge went. And I have very thick, coarse hair. Because of that, it was also another issue with doing my own hair. I personally don't know how to part my hair. It was something I never learned when I was a kid. I was a tomboy, so I didn't really learn how to do hair. With that said, I also didn't want to continue doing anything bad to my hair, like getting a perm, because I had a perm in middle school to high school-ish. I didn't want to keep putting perm in my hair because it's really bad for your hair. I was talking about locking my hair for so long. I was like, at some point I'm probably gonna do it, but I was very scared and terrified because I didn't know anybody with locks. I didn't know what the process was like. All I kept seeing online was that, you know, if you have locks, it's a very hard journey and it's not many styles that you can do. So I fell for that idea. Was really scared to actually lock my hair because of all of that. And I also met my boyfriend and he has locks. I started learning how to do little styles on his hair, which helped me feel a little bit better about the process because I was able to see that it doesn't take much to do your own hair. You can style it however you want. And I also started seeing Chloe and Halle online, so many different hairstyles, and that sealed the deal for me because I was able to see that there are so many different styles that you can do with your hair, and you can cut them at any point in time that you feel like your hair is getting too long. All that sealed the deal for me, and I was able to actually follow through with locking my hair. It was the best decision that I ever made. I nourish and take care of my hair so much better. I remember at some point I had a fro and it was absolutely terrible because like I didn't really know what products to put in there. I was really scared to put any products, to be honest, because I'm like, I don't know what's in these products. I don't want them to damage my hair. Now it's just like, okay, I know what to put in here. I know what I don't want in here, you know? Next question we have is, what method did you use to start your locks? I started my locks using the comb coil method. I think that's the proper term. Basically, you know how they retwist your hair using a comb? I basically started my locks using that method, and it was like little coils going down, and then got in a style which stayed in for I think a month, and then she just kept going with that method. Then we have, how long have you had your locks? I have had my locks since October of 2020. I can't believe it's been that long, honestly, because for some reason in my head I locked my hair in 2021. It was the perfect timing for me to lock my hair in that beginner phase, because when I tell you, it was absolutely horrendous. I looked like a little boy. At that point, I was like, I don't know if I made the right decision. I was like, oh my God, why did I do this? But once my hair started growing out, I was like, oh, okay, not that big of a deal. You just have to follow through with the process and let it play out. Don't down yourself about it because, again, you might not like that beginner stage, but eventually your hair will grow and you'll be able to see the beauty of your hair. Next question, did you face any resistance from others when you first started? I don't think I did. I'm not sure. I can't really remember. There's just something about remembering anything from 2020. It's just like, what happened? What happened in 2020? But I don't think I received any resistance. Again, it was around a time where COVID was happening, so we were in the house a lot. I would say the only resistance would have been from my family because it's such a permanent thing in their eyes where, you know, you lock your hair and then that's it. But that's just them being stuck in their ways because you can comb them out at any point in time that you don't want them anymore. Yeah. Next question we have is, what was the hardest part about the beginning stages? Like I said, I was not a big fan of the beginner stages of locking my hair because I looked like a little boy. When we locked my hair, it kind of shrunk down to half its size. That was crazy to me. My hair was pretty long. Like I had a fro like that was pretty much this big. I didn't really know much about shrinkage, I guess, at that point, especially when it came to locks, because again, I didn't know much about the journey. So when my hair got coiled up and shrunk, I was like, oh my God, what happened to all of my hair? And I didn't really have the experience with short hair and short locks. My boyfriend's hair was already long, so like we could do little rope twists, we could do little different styles and stuff when I was doing it for him. But with my own hair, it was very difficult to find styles that I could do my own self. So I had to go to the salon salon or get somebody to do it for me, I did not like that much. It was kind of annoying at that point. But when my hair grew out, like I said, I started developing that relationship with it where I was able to do it myself, learn how to retwist, which was actually very difficult for me to learn. For some reason, I was thinking that you retwist the opposite way when you do this side, the left side, but you don't. You still retwist the same exact way. And that was confusing to me when I first retwisted my own hair. But once I got the hang of it, it was like, okay, I could do this. So the beginning stages is not really the best, but I tell people to stick it out because now I have such a beautiful relationship with my hair where I'm able to do it myself, style it however I want, and not feel pain from, you know, other people doing my hair and doing it too rough or whatever. What products did you use in your starter phase? Honestly, I cannot tell you, simply because I was not the one doing it at the time. But if you want a list of the stuff that I use now, I'll give you a list below. I try to use as much natural products as I can because I am a natural girly and I prefer the natural things of nature. How long did it take for your locks to fully lock? I'd say that my hair took about maybe 3 months to fully lock, because that first month I remember it was like the coils and stuff, and I wasn't supposed to really do anything to it because you didn't want it to unravel. And I went back to her, she washed it, and she said that she started seeing growth. Because my hair was so thick, by the 3rd month my hair was locked, and that's when she was able to do like different little styles with it. How often do you retwist your locks? Honestly, it depends. I try to do my hair once a month, whether that's a style, a retwist, washing it and letting it just flow. I'd say maybe a month and a half that I keep a style in my hair. Girl, I'm getting distracted. What I like to do is do my hair, let that style stay in my hair for a month, take it out, let my hair breathe for maybe a week, and then wash my hair. And that time frame kind of varies based on the month, what I have going on, if I have any events that I have to go to. Yesterday, my friend had a graduation party, so I was supposed to do my hair Friday, but I said I'm gonna just do a bun so I don't have to rush the process. Yeah, it varies based on the month. Do you maintain your locks yourself or go to a loctician? Now I kind of maintain it myself. I did used to go to somebody every month or so when I took my hair out, but I noticed that when I go to locticians or whatnot, I experience a lot of pain. So once I learned how to do my own hair, I try to reduce the amount of time I go to a loctician and just do my own hair. When I see a specific style that I want that I can't really do, then I would go to a loctician. If I have a major event like earlier this year, my birthday, I went to a loctician to get it done because, you know, I wanted that luxurious experience of not having to do my hair on my birthday. I do it myself on a regular, and then on special occasions, I go to a loctician and get all of that stuff done. How do you keep your scalp healthy and itch free? Child, that's a very good question. I have very dry scalp. So what I would typically do is use my black castor oil. Where is it at? This is Haitian black castor oil. It is phenomenal. It is like magic Haitian oil, as a lot of people call it, because it just gets stuff done. You rub it into your scalp and massage it in on a weekly basis, and your hair will feel so good. Your scalp will feel so good. You can stimulate your scalp using a brush or something, and it helps with hair growth as well. I also use this rose water refreshing spray for adding moisture back into my hair, whether I'm doing it or if I'm going out real quick and my scalp feels really dry. I have dry skin in general, so I have to make up for what my skin doesn't give me. And whenever I can, I try to use nourishing shampoos. I make sure to condition my hair. I know a lot of people would skip conditioning their locks. I would not recommend skipping that step because you're essentially adding more juices and more water into your scalp for your hair to not be completely dry and brittle when you do it. So make sure you condition your locks when you're washing them. It is super important that you keep that as a routine. Trust me, girl. What else do? I use actual aloe vera and rub against my scalp, but that's not often because my hair is typically done. What's your current wash routine? I have a video where I go into detail about washing my hair, so you can check that out, but the basics is just washing my hair 3 times and then conditioning it. And I also try to find shampoos that are specifically for locks. I wash 3 times because that first wash is typically when your hair is getting acquainted with the shampoo and getting the surface dirt off. I also scrub my scalp really, really deeply using my scalp massaging brush. Definitely recommend one of those if you don't have one. I leave my conditioner on for about 10 minutes and I seal it in with a plastic bag to really, really get my scalp nourished. I'll link that video for you guys down below. Do you detox your locks regularly? If so, how often? I do not detox my hair often. That was actually my first time detoxing my hair myself in this video. I don't have a specific time frame that I detox my hair. Just do it when I feel like my hair needs it, and it felt like my hair needed it because it's been a while since I did a detox. Next, what products or ingredients do you avoid and why? I avoid using, what are those called? I can't remember them right now. The waxes, not the waxes, oh my gosh, what are they called? It's like a white waxy type of product that people use for their edges that kind of like lays them flat. I find those very scary because when people are taking their hair out, it just stays so stiff. So I try to avoid those, but I can't remember the name right now. I try to avoid products like that because I'm scared that it's gonna damage my hair. Those things, believe it or not, I feel like they would seep into your scalp and damage you as a person. Call me a pessimist, but. And I also think like when you see products that leave that white cast in your hair, you should really avoid it because that's extra buildup from when you're doing your hair. That's not needed. How do you moisturize your locks and keep them soft? I use my rose water refreshing spray. Every time I'm done washing my hair, I make sure to spray that all over to add some moisture back into my scalp. Spray it on before I retwist, and I also spray it on when I feel like my hair needs some moisture. And I make sure that I use my Haitian black castor oil. It is 100% natural, so I love that about it because I know that it has nothing else in it, just black castor oil. What's your nighttime hair care routine? Child, I don't have one. I would love to be one of them girlies, but that's not me. I feel like it's just doing too much in my opinion. I put on my bonnet and that's it. I guess that's the routine. I make sure it's silk, but that's about it, girl. What styles do you wear the most with your locks? 2-strand twists. Those are my go-to styles. They're very easy to do. Doesn't take that long. If I'm truly focused, I just palm roll and it gets the work done. I love this style because even after you do it, you can also do some styles with the locks. So it's a little bit more versatile. They always eat. Always, always. Do you color your locks? If so, how do you maintain the color? I did color my locks and I believe 2021. I dyed it red and I absolutely loved it. I always wanted red hair at some point, so I said I had to do it with my locks. So I did that. Loved it, but before that, she bleached it and that's how the color stayed in. I didn't know about any of that, honestly. I also learned very quickly that when you have your hair dyed, you can't really wash your hair in your tub. The first time I washed it, it was absolutely insane because I did not know that was gonna happen. The color started fading and it faded into this beautiful, what is this? I don't know what color. I only did it that one time. Do I want to do it again? Yes. But somebody told me that I shouldn't dye my hair that often when it comes to locks because apparently your locks start thinning out if you dye them too much. I actually want to dye this color this time, but like a little bit darker. I think it goes really well with my skin tone, but she told me not to dye it again. And so I'm kind of hesitant about doing that because I'm scared my hair will get so much damage from it. I don't want to go through that, especially after spending so much time trying to get it to the point where it is right now. How do I maintain the color? I really don't maintain anything. The first time I washed my hair, that tub was red. It was, oh my God, I can laugh about it now, but I was not laughing at the time. I wish somebody would have told me. Have you experienced any thinning or breakage? Yes. When I spend a lot of time and I don't do my locks, they start doing that thing at the root where your root goes out and they kind of attach to each other and the locks try to become one. Because of that, they have to kind of like be pulled apart a little bit, and that can cause some thinning because you're basically pulling your hair and breaking it from itself so that you can separate the locks. I would recommend recommend that you don't let your hair get to that point where it's turning into one lock, because you're definitely gonna experience damage and breakage then. Next we have, how has your hair growth changed since locking your hair? Oh my gosh, yes, my hair has grown so much. You can see my hair has never been this long. Like, it's down to my top. I've had my natural hair before. I had a fro, I had perm, I had different protective styles or whatever, but my hair would never grow this long before, and I've never noticed it growing this fast. At this point, it's getting so heavy to the point where I'm just like, ooh, my neck, my back. I think that has to do with how I take care of it, because now I know how to take care of it and I know what to put in it, what to avoid, things like that from experience. I don't know how to explain it all, but my hair has grown a lot more and a lot faster since I locked it. Have you ever trimmed your locks or considered combining them? Have I trimmed my locks? No. Have I considered trimming them? Yes. But like I said, I really like this color at the tips. I feel like it just matches my skin tone very, very well. Have I considered combining them? No. I like the size of the locks that I have right now. I think it makes it so much easier for me to do different styles with my hair as opposed to having really thick locks. What's next? How has your lock journey impacted your self-confidence? When I tell you, I feel so much more confident within myself now than I did when I first locked my hair and when I had other hairstyles. One, I can do my own hair now. If my hair is messy and I need to go somewhere, I can just retwist the front, do a bun, and I'm good, just like I did the other day. I feel like they're full and they're long, so they have a lot of volume, which really helps with my face, my body, my confidence, and I really think it has made a major difference in my confidence altogether. Because like before this, I couldn't possibly make a video about hair. I didn't know anything about what to recommend to people about hair, but now I can sit here and explain to you guys how to retwist. I can show you how to do different styles and stuff, and not only that, I can look at a style online and be able to know how to recreate it without instruction, and this is something that I would never be able to do before. I think that's because they're kind of like already parted for you, and like I said, that was something I struggled with when I had regular natural hair. So because these are already parted, I don't have to worry about if the part is even, if the part is straight or not. All I have to do is just retwist and style. So because of all those things, I think my confidence with my hair and with myself has grown so much over the years. I am so much more happy now with my hair than I was. I kid you not when I say this is one of the best decisions I've ever made in my life. What have you learned about yourself through this process? First off, I learned that I can actually do hair. I learned to be very patient with myself and with my hair, because like I said, at some point I didn't know how to retwist it. There was a lot that I didn't know when I first locked my hair compared to now. I also know how to retwist other people's hair and how to style them. I have grown so much physical arm strength because doing this maybe for 2 hours, it's a lot. And I learned to be a lot more confident within my hair, within the beauty that is my hair. What myths or misconceptions about locks do you want to debunk? First off, I want to tell you guys that people that say locks are not versatile are crazy. And that was one of the reasons, like I said before, that I did not want to lock my hair, because I didn't think it was versatile. I didn't think it was too many styles that you could do with your locks. That is simply because those people don't know how to do locks. They don't know about the journey. They don't know the process. They don't know how to style locks, all these things. You have several different people to show you about the different styles you can do with locks. Yeah, that was the only thing that I could think of when I was first starting my journey that stopped me from getting it done. Oh, maybe that you can't really get a job with locks. I think our society has kind of changed over the years, where we're actually going in a positive direction, where we're not managing people's hair at work. How's that going to hinder me from doing my job? I think those are the two things that I could think of. Do you guys have any misconceptions that you've heard about locks? If so, let me know down below. Have you ever thought about combing out or cutting your locks? Have I thought about combing my locks before? Yes. No time soon. I'm not dreaming about waking up and having a fro again. strand. That requires a lot more patience than I currently have, so no. Have I thought about cutting them? Like I said, no, because I really do like the color right here at the tips. And if I did cut them, it would be because they got extremely too long to the point where my neck is hurting too much. What advice would you give someone thinking about starting their lock journey? I would say just do it. And I say this because it took me so long to decide whether I wanted to do this or not. And the whole time I could have done it way sooner. Once I did it, it was, like I said, the best decision that I've ever made in regards to my hair. And now I have a better relationship with my hair, doing it, taking care of it, doing different styles, being able to just enjoy sitting down and doing my hair, listening to some music, vibing out, all this and that. It was not something that I would be able to do before. All those things lead me to tell you that if you're thinking about it, you're most likely gonna do it at some point. So you might as well just get it over with. Do it so you can pass that stage of looking like a little boy, because you will have that stage unless you do some extensions or something. But I say just do it naturally. Just go through the process. Let your hair do its thing without adding anything else to it. Just let it go naturally, and trust me, you will enjoy the end of the journey. I would also say take care of your hair, because when you take care of your hair, you'll be able to see the results. You'll be able to see the nourishment paying off. You'll be able to see the growth. I have 2 more questions, then I'll be doing these off of camera because I need some type of angle to get it done, and I also need to be stimulated with some music or a show or something. What has surprised you the most during your journey? Maybe how long my hair has grown. Every time I take my hair out and I wash it, I'm like, oh, my hair is long. And last question, what are your future goals for your locks? My future goals for my locks is being able to just switch it up more often than I currently do. But I want to be able to do so much more with it. I would also love to be able to add length to it. I tried to do braids over my hair. It did not work because of the color. I would love to learn how to do other styles over my locks like Chloe and Halle be doing. That's definitely one of my goals this year, to experiment more and just go along with the journey. If I don't like something, I can definitely just take it out. I want to nourish my hair even more to the point where I don't have as much dry scalp. With that said, I am gonna be doing the rest of these off of camera, and I will show you guys the end result when I'm done. All right guys, the hair is done. Oh, my arm's a little tired, but very much worth it. Oh. Who is she? My hair's still a little wet from me washing it and everything, but it'll dry in a couple hours. I'm just happy to get this over with. It is so refreshing having a fresh retwist. Like, if you have locks, then you know. Look at this. Scalp looking fresh, skin is glowing. That's all I need. That's pretty much it for this video. I thank you for the questions. If you have any more questions, make sure to drop them down in the comments below. And if you have any locks and are looking for some products, I'll drop them down below for you guys. If you have a specific style that you want me to do for you in the future, let me know in the comments down below. I thank you for watching. I love my 2-strand retwist, and I hope that you do too. And I'll see you in the next video. Bye.